Hey friends, Dr. Mary Starr. I just wanted to get on. I told a lot of you that I was going to come on live and share about being healthy in a sick world. Just some things that I've learned over the past 20 years, but also immediately in the past, 6 months. So I'd love for you to hang out with me for the next 10 minutes or so to learn about some things that might be a missing piece in your health. It might be a oh yeah, I thought that too, like reaffirming and all that. So, hey, Deborah, good to see you. Okay, so again, my name is Dr. Mary Starr, and my health journey started as a sick kid. I was always sick. I always had sinus infections. My house was constantly filled with amoxicillin and whatever else. If I got a little runny nose or whatever, and that constant congestion, my mom was constantly giving me the amoxicillin because we stopped going to the doctor so much and just kept the amoxicillin in the house. And little did we know that wasn't such a good thing, right? That wasn't such a good thing. I was a kid who drank milk all the time. I remember coming home from school and totally like raiding the fridge, and with me and whatever friends I was hanging out with, cheese, like the sliced cheeses and, all of that. I was the biggest kid in my class, the heaviest kid. I weighed 100 pounds by the time I was in the third grade. I also got my period when I was in the third grade too, and I think a lot of that had to do with the extra fat that was on my body. I have written a couple of ebooks. Some are still out there that you can get, but why that was kind of so detrimental to my health, and why it led into me becoming an emotional eater, not being able to keep my hands out of the cookie jar. And through the years, I've learned a lot about health. So fast forward my health journey through my teens. Started exercising a little bit, like kind of my senior year. Ninth grade. Started doing soccer, running a little bit. Got healthier, got a little thinner. Lost some of that weight, and then started working in my kind of as soon as I could drive. I was working, just eating a lot of breads, a lot of different things like that. Started getting yeast infections, I think, when I was in my early 20s, and just constantly had like that sinusy, headachy kind of thing. So go into my 20s, I'm really getting overweight, probably due to some of the things I was drinking at the time too, because I would socially drink with friends. We would go out and eat. After eating out at like 2 o'clock in the morning, we would order New York Cam's Pizzeria pizza and wings and blue cheese and celery, and we would just pound that, like, oh, but I went to aerobics class, so it all kind of was that. So fast forward to I'm about 22, 23 years old. I'm in chiropractic college. And there I was still having terrible allergies. If you had a cat or a dog, I would like be swollen in my face, dripping nose. I couldn't be around in people's houses who had cats or dogs. Still, and this is early in chiropractic college. Now, chiropractic did start to help some of my challenges, particularly the headaches, the migraines, all of those things. And I soon learned. So for those of you who don't know, chiropractic care is phenomenal for keeping your immune system healthy. Why? Because it works on the master system. So my tip number one for you is about chiropractic care, being healthy in a sick world. And I don't have to give you the stats. I'm not even talking about COVID right now. I'm talking about how, particularly here in the United States, we are getting sicker and sicker. There's more incidents of cancer. There's more incidents of autoimmune diseases. There's so many like unknowns, right? We're just labeling everything. In the past 25 years, we've come up with a label for everything because the doctors really don't know what's going on. Whether it's fibromyalgia, or even I could go into Lyme's disease and a lot of other things. But let's go back to chiropractic care. So chiropractic care, while I was in school, I learned, and I'm sure I might have a chiropractor or so on who can give some shout outs as well, watching this, is that chiropractic care works on the nervous system, right? So the nervous system is the parasympathetic, which is like your relaxation, your heartbeat, your digestion, your sympathetic, which is your fight or flight, right? When your body gets stressed, it's a way to deal with that. And then, of course, your brain and spinal cord and nerves and all of that is part of the master system. So your nervous system is the master system. And why this is so is that we have found in chiropractic that if you have a joint or a muscle that's really super tight and it irritates the joint can actually fire into the nervous system, like that inflammation, right? The buzzword inflammation can fire into the nervous system and cause things to be whacked out. That's why, and this, I don't want to swear, but I swear by this mid part of your back, that mid part of your back, if you're someone who deals with like acid reflux or those kind of vomity burps, okay, you get them once in a while, you get adjusted in that mid back area, and I will tell you that will seriously improve or go away. It'll go away. I have personal experience with that, and I've worked with a lot of clients who that has been a main thing. So it's very important to get adjusted. There's 200 different types of chiropractic care that you can get, from the manual type of adjusting where you do hear some of those pops or different things like that, to activator. I think I might have my activator here. So it's something like, looks a little bit like this, like kind of like a gun. And again, people say, well, how can this work? Well, I will tell you, this little activator care, and they have ones that vibrate now and do everything, is think of it, force equals mass times acceleration. So when I'm adjusting with my hands, right, that's my mass. If I'm adjusting someone's spine, my mass times how fast I go, right, mass times acceleration equals the force. Well, this guy goes very fast. He doesn't have very much mass, but he can create equal, if not better, force in specific areas. So I really like a chiropractor who uses a variety of different techniques. And there are so many different varieties and neat different chiropractors. So highly recommend that you get to a chiropractor. They are essential workers and they are phenomenal. I see Danny on here. He has a very stressed job working in a hospital. So I hope you see a good chiropractor. I know Dr. Tate there in Crestview is good, and a couple other ones that I love there in Crestview, Florida, Baker, Florida. So get your family into a chiropractor. It's one of the best, cheapest expenses you will ever have. People think it's just for pain. It's not for pain. It's for keeping you healthy. And in 1917, when the Spanish flu was coming through, osteopaths were doctors who used to adjust, right? Some still do. They do manipulations and adjustments, including chiropractors who were adjusting back then. That those families were getting regular chiropractic adjustments. There were no deaths. Right? And there's a variety of different evidence on that. Now, since I don't practice, chiropractors are practice, they cannot tell you that because that's whatever, diagnosing, prescribing, or whatever. But I can tell you that since I am not licensed in the state of California, I can share with you that chiropractic is going to help your immune system stay healthy. So I'm very adamant about that number one tip. Dana says she loves chiros who use the activator, but other methods too. Yeah, so there's so many different things. So if you have a bad experience, and don't be surprised if you go to a chiropractor and a little sore, because those muscles and joints have been, in that mal-dysfunction spot for a long time. And so when that joint gets opened up, there might be a little inflammation. So you could feel a little bit sore the next day or any of that. So that's great, especially for kids, newborns, very, very important. So that brings me to the second tip that I wanted to teach you today about staying healthy in a sick world, is that the generation of kids that we're having today have so much more against them than we did. And again, I told you my story. I grew up as a very sick kid. Um, but even like my grandparents, like what did my grandma's like 97 years old, and up to just like a little bit ago, she was healthy as a horse, no medicines, no nothing, could outwalk all of us, right? Why is that? Why is our great grandparents or grandparents are so much more healthier than we were, right? Unless they had a lifestyle that wasn't healthy. But every generation that comes is having to deal with more and more lifestyle type stresses. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, the food my grandparents ate, right, out of the garden or the mucks or whatever, was much more filled with nutrition than our food, not just genetically modified, but the soil has been depleted, the nutrients have been depleted. And I did this about when did I graduate? 96. Back in the 90s, I was at Oswego State University in the chemistry lab. I was a teaching assistant for several of the different labs, but we did a study of grocery store cantaloupe and vegetables, and we measured the vitamin C. And I said, well, I want to try my garden. I've got this organic cantaloupes and stuff like that. Do you know my organically grown, not officially organically, right? But no pesticides, cantaloupe and vegetables had by the 100% more vitamin C than the grocery store conventional grown fruits and vegetables. So even back then, right, in the 90s, a lot of years ago, over a decade plus ago, that what you can grow out of your garden, what you can get those organically fruits and vegetables, not just about being sprayed, it's that they actually taste like, have you ever tasted an organic banana versus a non-organic banana? So they taste different. Like the non-organic just doesn't have the flavor and almost has an aftertaste versus an organic banana. So let's go back. I guess maybe I'll make that my second point too, is that if you want to stay healthy in a sick world, you have to invest in it, right? You have to set part of your budget aside for being healthy. Chiropractic care, food, good food, right? Good fruits and vegetables. One of the latest things that I've been doing for our family is making smoothies. Now, a lot of people make smoothies and things like that, but they put like a little bit of spinach in or a lot of almond milk or things like that. And I'm going to knock right now a little bit on almond milks and all these milks we put in. You don't need them. They're not giving you the nutrition that you can get with like maybe some real nuts or some good solid nutrition. So one of the things we love is this smoothie with 2 cups of blueberries, wild blueberries, okay? 2 cups of blueberries, 2 ounces of this stuff called Ninja Red, which is one of the highest antioxidants out there, and 2 bananas. And we blend that up in our little Vitamix, and the kids can have it like ice cream, or they can have it in a straw, a little more water added. But it's really, really phenomenal, and it's giving my kids and my family the high antioxidants. So the second point I want to say, if you want to stay healthy in a sick world, is you have to invest in the good foods and the good nutritionals, right? And I am a firm believer on this right here, this superfood called Ninja Wolfberry. Firm believer in this Ninja Wolfberry. I've been using it for myself for since 2006, and it has been a staple in my family's health. So my kids have gotten chiropractic care. They've gotten decent food, not the best. I think they're eating Taco Bell tonight because mom's working and dad didn't want to cook. So they've gotten okay food, 80%, maybe 70% of the time. Chiropractic care, good, semi-good food, nutritionals, Ninja Red. My kids have never had a sick doctor visit. Praise God, right? Praise God. Doesn't mean they don't get sick. Doesn't mean they don't have an occasional throw up or whatever, cold or flu. But they are better, quicker. They're healthier, and that's the foundation of that, is because we budgeted right away in our family, even when we were broke living on food stamps and government assistance, is that we budgeted at least $100 a month for our family to get things like Ninja Red, right? How to get the wolf fairy into our diet. How to get 2 cups of blueberries. 2 cups of blueberries here, like how much blueberries we go through, is like $12 a week, you know? And then the organic bananas and things like that. So it's about $35 or more in fruits and vegetables every week, if not, if that's on a good week, right? So that is something that we have done. Oh, thank you. Find a chiropractor. Yes. Okay. So I shared with you one thing you can do to stay healthy in a sick world is get chiropractic care. It will boost your immune system. You will feel better. Your energy will be better. Your endorphins will be better. I think, my personal opinion, I think it's phenomenal for depression, anxiety. I think it's phenomenal for blood sugar balancing. I think people who are critical, who are labeled critical, that I have personally seen in my practice years ago and in chiropractic college, what a difference it made in their lives, right? Whether it was to get them out of pain, which of course, if you're out of pain, you're going to be healthier and happier. Whether they had diabetes and had poor circulation, and chiropractic was so good at that. So number 2 we talked about is about putting money aside to be able to invest in the nutrition and nutritionals that are so important for you. Okay, I'm going to drink. This is it's an empty bottle of Ninja Red, and this is water with Vitality Peppermint. That is an essential oil that you can take internally. So I probably don't have to tell all of you that water is vital towards your health. And probably in the past 6 months, I really realized this because I haven't been drinking the water I need. I've been having a few little female health issues and things like that. And I'm seeing such a big difference. But water alone is, you know, you need to have good water. You need to have clean water. You know how much chlorine is put in your tap water, right? Oh no, Mary, I get plastic bottle water. You know, I get my water, you know, from Costco's or whatever. And maybe that's a little bit better. But what's happening there is those plastics are leaching a whole bunch of xenoestrogens, we call them, and they are not good, right? We wonder why our kids are growing breasts at like 7 years of age and going through puberty at such young ages. And a lot of it has to do with like all these hormones in our diet and the chemicals we're using, the Glade plugins, you know. Yes, and I'm going to say that too. I don't know what level or what step I'm on here, but all of these toxins, right? Oh, Mary, well, I drink lots of water. It's not enough. You're being bombarded by toxins. So your great-great-grandparents or great-grandparents or even grandparents didn't have the level of toxins. They didn't have the levels of different makeups and perfumes and cleaning products and different plugins, and it's sickening. It's sickening when I go into a church, right, which is supposed to be a safe place for me and my family, and I walk in the bathroom and people have these things on the walls that are spewing out chemicals, like not cleaning chemicals, like chemicals that are perfumed and that are causing asthma and that are causing our kids to go spastic because they're all got all these neural crap in it, you know, things that literally affect the neurons of the brain. So it's not good. It's not good. So why I think that we are such a sick society today too is because we've allowed all of these smell good, feel good products, chemical cleaners, and laundry soaps. I went for a nice walk. I'm literally walking over this overpass bridge where the wind's blowing. It's a beautiful day. The air's clear, no traffic, barely at all. And I'm going over, and this family of like 5 come by me, and their smell of their fabric softener just blew me away. And I'm thinking, I know we want to be clean right now and we want to keep things washed, but you got to stop using those chemicals. You know, and don't even get me on the hand sanitizers and the chemicals in the hand sanitizers. I wish I had my favorite sanitizer with me. Maybe I have it here. Hand purifier is the Thieves hand purifier. It's a phenomenal purifier. It meets all the standards of, how much alcohol is supposed to be there and stuff, but it has pure therapeutic oils and aloe in it. And it makes your hands so soft so your hands don't break down and crack. And it's very, very good and safe. I believe, along with many other specialists right now, that what we're going to see 1 and 2 years from now is people who are having autoimmune dysfunction because they have poisoned themselves. And you don't believe me. I was in college and I had a girlfriend who got like lice and flipped out and used all the lice cleaners and stuff like that, used them on all her body, used chemical cleaners all through her house, pesticides all through her house. She lost 2 years of her life from totally ruining her immune system. Totally ruining her immune system from the chemical cleaners, which she thought were going to keep her safe from those things. So we need to stop that. We've got to get those toxins out of our house, out of our lives, and we've got to petition to get them out of our churches and out of these places that we're going. I'm more afraid to fly from the chemicals that I'm going to be exposed to than I am from catching anything, because I am a healthy person, right? And I have made choices and lifestyle choices to stay healthy. Now, I'm not discrediting it if you're not healthy or you have a condition that makes you more susceptible, but I'm telling you, if you want to be healthy, chiropractic care, right? Give me a hands up if you are alike or something like that, if you believe in chiropractic care. Absolutely. Second thing is you have to budget for health. Health doesn't come easy, right? Just like exercise doesn't come easy. You have to physically do something, but you have to budget for health. And even when we were broke on government assistance, food stamps, we still budgeted for $100 a month to get our health products, right? In whatever it's organic food or whatever, but you need to budget for your health. It's very, very important. And if you haven't taken care of your health, some people need to budget like $300 a month, right? Until they get to that point where it gets better and better and better. All right. Well, I've talked too long. Let me kind of wrap this up. Number 1, get your immune system healthy. And your immune system will be healthy when you get chiropractic care, when you budget for health products, right? We talked about the Ninja Wolfberry and the Ninja Red. This is something that our family has done to keep us healthy for many, many years. And I know many people out there, so we budget so that our whole family can have Ninja Red every single day. Every single day. So keep your family healthy by budgeting for your health. And number 3, get the chemicals out of your house. Get the chemicals out of your house, out of your life. And I can show you some simple ways to what we call ditch and switch those chemicals out of your house, or even be aware of what's maybe making you sick and all that. So if this was helpful for you, if this, you're thinking, I think, I know that there's probably about 3 types of people watching right now. There's people like, Mary, whatever, I'm going to shut you off. Thanks, but no thanks. And that's you. That's great. But I know, someone who needs better health, who's fragile right now or whatever. Please share this video with them. All right. The second type of person watching is like, I'm going to research that. I'm going to analyze, all of that. The best way to analyze, the best way to know if something like Ninja Red is going to help you and your family is to try it. All right. Try it for 30 days. Try it for 30 days. And if you don't see a difference, right? If you purchase it from me and you don't see a difference for 30 days, I will give you your money back. Absolutely. Okay. So that's the second way to really stay healthy, but that's about the second type of person. And the third type of person who's watching is someone that I really want to help. Someone who's saying, you know what? I know I've got some things against me. I know I need to find a chiropractor. I know I need to budget for chiropractic care. I need to budget for wellness products or wellness eating organically or all of those things. I need to do that, right? I need to get something like Ninja Red in my life every day. I need to get the toxins out. If that is you, I would love to help you get on the path to better health like my family has, and using those things. And our kids who are now 10 and 7 have never had a sick doctor visit. We save thousands of dollars every year from using those 3 strategies in our life. And I want you to be healthy. I want you to feel comfortable and not scared to live your life. Okay. I would love to help you. Message me if you are serious about that or you're just thinking things over. I would love to help you with that. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.